hello. What is going on? Hi. So I have to contain my hype from all of this stuff that we've been receiving from E3 conference, just for honestly all three, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Actually surprising. It was actually really surprising. It was actually pretty good. It was actually overall all of them really good. Hashtag Team Sony, but Nintendo more along for me. Legend of Zelda was I mean, I've never really was the biggest Zelda fan, but it was to me. And I feel like Sun and Moon's really made Nintendo for me, you know. So of course, I like the video. Of course, if you're hyped for Sun and Moon, I've already haven't, and I'd love to hear feedback down below. We're gonna be talking about all the stuff. So the first thing we're gonna be talking about, first let me scroll up here, is Magearna. Now Magearna, we got some information on Magearna here today. It's really interesting. If we look at the details here, let's look at the details, my boy. Let's look at the details here. All right, because this thing got a lot of information. This thing is gonna be busted. I promise, dude. Right? So it says right here that Magearna is a mythical Pokemon that was created by a scientist of uncommon genius 500 years ago. Magearna has the power to perceive the emotions, thoughts, and feelings of other Pokemon. When a Pokemon is injured, Magearna will feel the other's pain and suffering and will try as hard as to save that Pokemon. Magearna's real body is a spherical construction in its chest called the Soul Heart, created by a scientist who gathered the life energy from Pokemon. So basically what I'm just tuning up with, catching up, coming up to speed, is gonna more along be notched in really well in the movie, but it's still good to know about this. Now here's the nice thing. Magearna has the ability to transform itself into the appearance of a Pokeball. It does so when it sleeps and apparently also when it's sad. Magearna's ability is a Soul Heart ability, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. Bless, because now it's not a rehashed ability, it's something that's actually good, right? Alright, it says here though, it says a Soul Heart has the effect of raising Magearna's special attack by 1 each time another Pokemon in the area faints. This is a new ability, one that can be put to good use in battle. So since they're really reiterating that it's a new ability, I don't think it's like Moxie. And it doesn't sound like it's Retaliate either. It's kind of close to it though. It's kind of similar in a way. Like I don't know if I'm getting the Moxie Retaliate feel from it as well. Moxie, the ability to retaliate the move. Soul Heart that has the effect of raising Magearna's special attack by 1 each time another Pokemon in the area faints. It says in the area. So does that mean when you're in a double battle, the Pokemon towards your left, that either it's your own, or you know when you get a rival that also double battles with you when you battle the enemy team, you know they're standing right next to you, like Steven has done it before and etc. I think maybe even if those guys die, that you'll still get the boost. Either way, it gets a special attack boost if someone faints. All right, and so its typing is already really good. It only has 2 weaknesses: ground and fire. Its ability is insane. Good God, I am completely lost with how good this is. Now, another thing it says is a fun fact. This is kind of different to actually get a Pokemon this way. It says if you use a new QR scanner function in the Sun and Moon to scan in the corresponding QR code, you'll be able to obtain the mythical Pokemon Magearna. Magearna will be a special ally that you can put to work on behalf of the Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So we can check back to find the QR information for Magearna later on as the game comes close to release date. But I think it's pretty cool how we're actually receiving some type of mystery gift in a completely different way with the QR code. I think the thing is going to be easily insane. Like the thing is going to be, first off, a VGC monster. Because if it does work where your ally can faint or anybody across the field can faint and they get a special attack boost, picture if everybody on the field faints and it gets a +3 special attack boost. Yeah, oh my God, that would be insane, dude. This thing is gonna be power. I'm telling you, because Mega Mawile was slept on for the longest in X and Y, and then they saw its ability, huge power, and then they saw the typing. It only has 2 weaknesses. It only has 2 weaknesses. It quad resists bug. Like, it's neutral to steel. It definitely is neutral to dark as well, since now steel is now neutral to it. So it's got a lot of good things that it can take. It's unfortunately neutral to fighting, but what can you do about that, you know? But it's completely immune to dragon. That's all that really matters. And only has 2 pure weaknesses, being ground and fire. So like fire blast, flamethrower, earthquake, earth power, all that stuff is doing massive damage on it. Now we don't know the stats as of yet, but based off of what we know so far, this thing sounds like it's going to be a massive monster powerhouse. This thing is powerful, dude. Powerful, alone with the typing, with the ability. Sun and Moon ain't playing. Game Freak is not playing. Masuda, you are not playing, because this thing is gonna be powerful scrap, and I love it. I love the design of this thing so much, because Diancie, I love Diancie. It's my favorite Mega. Diancie is my favorite Mega, and I love the design of regular Diancie overall. So The thing, it kind of resembles Diancie in a way, which is all the theories based on this is actually a modified Diancie, just like Kabutops at a modified Genesect, and how, you know, all these type of lore that Pokemon has and these Easter eggs and stuff like that. It's interesting to note, it's interesting to see. Now we're gonna be talking about some other stuff here too. Let me go back so we can see this, because we got the Solgaleo and Lunala, right? Because they play a crazy mystery. Now, I thought of this for the longest, and I actually was going to make a video saying the typing for Solgaleo explained and moon phases for Lunala, since you know how the moon has phases where it's like the full moon and stuff. I can't remember because I haven't taken astronomy in a long, it's been like 3 years since I've taken astronomy, right? But the moon has different phases. I want to look this up actually so I don't look stupid on this. The moon has different phases, right? And all of these different phases, I was thinking if Lunala is gonna have some crazy type of thing where it's gonna have all these different phases. Now, it says right here that the moon. Now that I'm looking at the image, astronomy comes back. There is first quarter, waxing gibbous, full, waning gibbous. Third quarter, waning crescent, new, waning crescent, and then back to first quarter. So it's all based off of where the sunlight is aiming, is basically where all of these moon phases go, right? And I was thinking to myself, I can see Lunala obtaining some voice crack. Wow, Lunala obtaining some type of different form. Right now, it doesn't say anything about these typings. Let's talk about this first before we theorize. Ooh, my voice is not having it today. The forms of legendary Pokemon. Solgaleo and Lunala are two Pokemon that hold an important key to the story. The forms that these two Pokemon take when they release their mighty power are now revealed as the Radiant Sun phase and the Full Moon phase. Both appear to be shining with a stronger light than their previously released images. What will these two do when they release their full power? So we still know absolutely nothing about these alternate forms, but it is, I guess, different because it's not a Mega Evolution, it's not a Primal, it's not the quote-unquote Synergy Evolution. This is entirely new. Overall, on this thing on its own is just completely entirely new. We've never had anything like this. We had similar things like this, but nothing really new like this. They give their own new forms, which I actually like. People were thinking that since the sun is so old, the moon is so old, you know, sun is almost what, like sun is ancient, you know. People were thinking that they're gonna have like primal forms, or they're gonna be at the, you know how when the sun was first made and the moon was first made, people were thinking that they're gonna have primal forms, but no, that's just. Point is I'm happy we didn't get any primal forms. All right, I like the new forms. We still know nothing about them, but design wise, it's okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but it's definitely, you know, portraying around the radiant sun and the full moon and how they're definitely glowing brighter. So that is the thing, where the sun glows brighter and the moon definitely going through all these phases does show more light. So it started off as a dark one and then showed more light. So I like it. It's okay. It's good. It's good. I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it. We know little to nothing about them so far, but I guess that's it. I mean, Solgaleo, Lunala, we still don't know much about them at all. It's still entirely a mystery since they hold the whole, like, story behind the game itself. We're going to be talking about, though, these new fellas, though. We got Pikipek, and Pikipek was pretty much, if you didn't see the reaction to it, we screamed like crap when the thing happened, and I'm like, we'll probably never use it. I'll use it like 5 times, I can see myself, unless it's good, you know, because it's got skill link, and I'm hoping that we get a stab flying for skill link. You know how Heracross, they gave him multiple moves for skill link. I hope that they give this thing multiple moves for skill link, and at the same time make an original move based around skill link. You know, just like when they invented skill link and skill link was introduced. Cut me off if I'm wrong. Wasn't skill link introduced in 5th gen? I don't know if it was or not, but point is skill link Cloyster, or there was skill link that, and then there was skill link Cinchino's that I'm talking about, and they gave a tail slap to introduce skill link. So I don't know, I might be looking really dumb here and it may not be 5th gen at all, but I'd like it if we get like some type of stab flying skill link, so it could be like bird peck, whatever it's called, where it hits multiple times and it's like a stab flying. I mean, hey, skill link is a pretty nifty ability. It's not the world's worst ability like Kenai, so I'll take it. It's a normal flying though. This doesn't mean that it might be normal flying the entire time, because I mean there was Fletchling, but I mean Fletchling, its design purely looked like it was going to be fire flying. I mean, it's a baby phoenix, so I don't, you know, but it says here Pikipek can strike 16 times a second, so it's like a woodpecker. That's why it has the skill link. These strikers are powerful enough to not only drill through hardwood but even shatter stone. Yikes, I'm not trying to get hit with that. The noises made by their blow can signal others. Some of these signals have been identified as warning signals and greetings among allies. Pikipek trainers have grown to recognize them as well. These Pokemon drill holes in trees and store food in the holes. So, an everyday woodpecker. They also like small glittering objects and will tuck them away in their food stores. 2. It's often said something lost, something missed, check inside the Pikipek. What? Stop. You try it, Game Freak, but just no. They did it with Super Mystery Dungeon 2. Don't do this, man. Pikipek will attack distant opponents by zipping seeds at them. Bullet seed. These shots have enough strength to embed the seeds in tree trunk. He's wearing bullet seed, pretty much. I don't know where the thing's gonna be headed. I'd like to see more about it. But it's a generic bird. It's the generic Pidgey, the generic Tailor, the generic Hoothoot, the generic bird. The only that really, I guess, stood out was the recent, or before Talonflame was Staraptor. Staraptor was insane, but even then, Swellow, people slept on Swellow. Swellow was good, alright? Pidgeot was but he got a Mega. And then Hoothoot, Noctowl was really bad. Unfezant, let's not talk about that, Hot Cross Buns. I'll eat it for turkey, though. And Staraptor was really the bird you can get in the beginning that was very, very good. You know, Staraptor's insane, but then we got Talonflame, which changed the game completely. So I'd like to see where this thing goes, learn more about it would be cool. We're gonna talk about this Mongoose though, and there's a story behind this Mongoose. There's a story behind it, right? There is a big story. So okay, so it was like me, Nick, Nappy, Shino, PK, Mo, all on a call, right? There's a few others, all on a call, right? And we're talking about ideas for a video topic on how we could do it for types of Pokemon, you know, like a dolphin, which is very generic. I've already made a video about that, which I'm not gonna plug, but it's on some playlist. But you know, we talked about that. It would be like a dolphin or like a koala bear, which we did the koala bear. And Nick brought up, he said so confidently, a mongoose. And I'm telling you, everybody laughed at him. I didn't laugh at him. It was like everyone laughed at him. And like, dude, Zangoose is a thing. You're kind of dumb right now. Take the L. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take the L. Psych. But then we actually get a mongoose Pokemon. Yungoos. He's so black. He's so ghetto with that name. What is it, Cripper Blood? I don't know why people are portraying the thing to be like Donald Trump. Like, I don't see. What do you see that's Trump about this? I don't get the joke behind it. Like, I don't. It's like a meme right now, Donald Trump. I don't understand it, but that's the story behind that, where we kind of called it. You know, we kind of called it that there would be a mongoose. On God, I wish we recorded that call, but this is literally like a week ago too. This is literally a week ago, but it's a loitering Pokemon. It's a normal type. Its typing could change. It's subjective, and it has the ability to stake out and strong jaw. So, okay, all right. So I don't know what the hell stakeout is. Gets these strong jaw, because when you look at his fangs, dude. Yikes, he's got that scrafty mouth. Callum? Yungoos is a big eater that is never satisfied. The majority of its long body is given over to its stomach, and its digestive is swift, so it's also always hungry. It has strong fangs so it can crush and consume the hardest of objects. Okay, wow, yikes, looking at them fangs. Each Yungoos chooses its own particular route for searching out prey. It stalks along the route, searching for food until it's exhausted, at which point it drops and sleeps where it may be. It's thought that these Pokemon decide their routes based on safety, so there is no risk in falling asleep at any time. I don't know why I read failing. Yungoos is not a Pokemon that is native to the It was brought to the region to help deal with explosive population of a certain other Pokemon, and now Yungoos are commonly seen around the Alola region. So this thing must have been brought from a different region inside of the Alola region to stop a population from apparently terrorizing the ecosystem, something like that, which I'm guessing a very common mongoose enemy is the snake. So are we gonna get another Zangoose, a Viper type of trait? Are they gonna be game exclusives, or one exclusive to Sun, one exclusive to Moon? I kind of see it. Don't be surprised if you see a snake. Young Serp. Some Yungoos have the ability that no other Pokemon discovered has previously had. The ability is known as Stakeout. With the Stakeout ability, this Pokemon moves can deal twice the normal damage to any mon that switches in or into the field mid-battle. So it's a reverse pursuit. Example, let's say that I have the Stakeout ability and I go for like double edge, right? And it's a Yungoos in on a Poplio. The Poplio swaps out into the Litten. It will do double the damage just because he swapped out. So it's kind of modified Retaliate, since Retaliate it works like that, but for yourself, like if you swap, or it's not really swapping out, but if like, say for example, if my Popplio dies and then I send out a Yungoos and he had retaliate, then it would do more damage. But think about it, that's insane. If you have the retaliate boost, because it's stab. So let's say that somebody died, but it would have to be switching in. So let's say, okay, so let's say my Popplio dies, and then I bring my Popplio dies to the Litten. God, I have to theorize this. My Popplio dies to the Litten. We're gonna talk competitive here. I've said it like 5 times. The Popplio dives to the Litten, right? And I bring in the Yungoos. I have the retaliate boost right there. If he swaps out the Litten out into, let's say for a fletchling, then I have the retaliate boost, the stab boost, and the stakeout double the damage boost. Wow. Have to go competitive talk there. Yikes, that is an ability. That's the only, well, it's one of the few new abilities that we've gotten. It's not rehashed, bless the gods. I don't care if Strongjaw is rehashed because we barely have mons with Strongjaw. Since this Pokemon is so common in the Alola region, it's easy to catch one, but this Pokemon may have a terrible type when it's hungry and it demands a whopping amount of food. So it's very common, so I guess I don't really see anybody really having it on their team. It could be the next Bunnelby, where everybody thought Bunnelby was going to be trash, didn't bother to take it, and then they see Diggersby though, and Diggersby's a monster, though kind of irrelevant now and not really well used, or even used at all now in competitive scene, but he's good overall. He's definitely good, he hits hard, and if this thing is so common, I don't really see anybody having it in their team. I feel like they'll only have it in the team for a limited amount of time, but its ability is good. It starts out having a good ability. So, I don't know, it's definitely going to be having a 2-stage though. Usually when you see stuff like this, a generic rat, it's usually 2-stage. Rattata, Eradicate, Sentret, Furret, etc. The other ones. Usually it's a 2-stager, so I don't really see, you know, this thing having like the 3-stage line. So it may not have the best base total stat, unless they think it's a busted evolution, which I don't see that happening. The last one I'm going to be talking about here is Grubbin. My man Grubbin here, he's a larva Pokemon. Shout out to Larvesta. Okay, rehashed. I'm kidding! Don't take it seriously. We know nothing about him since he wasn't even in the Nintendo E3. Like, I wouldn't say actually gameplay of him until Pokemon, the channel itself, uploaded a trailer announcing this guy. So he was just randomly announced. So it's for the people that missed the E3 conference for Nintendo for the Pokemon Sun and Moon booth. They basically uploaded a trailer then explaining this. So I didn't see this because I came in 30 minutes late. But it says here, Grublin relies on its sturdy jaws as weapons in battle and as a tool for burrowing through the earth. Grubbin loves electricity, which is why it can be found near power plants. Okay, an electric type. It substantiates. By wrapping tree branches into sticky threads that it spews from its mouth, Grubbin can swing around like an actor on suspension wires. Is Sun and Moon based off a circus, man? Because the starters and now Grubbin and I don't know. I actually don't know what the hell. What? I don't know. I don't really get that. But I guess the thing's gonna be kind of cool because it's gonna have the electric typing. I mean, it literally says he loves electricity. If the thing doesn't receive the electric typing, that's pretty stupid. It's very stupid, actually. Like, I mean, it'd be dumb if it didn't get the electric typing, you know? But I see the thing being powerful. We don't know little to nothing about it. He's gonna have the electric typing, so bug electric. He'll definitely be fast. He'll be fast. I mean, he's in the bug type. He'll probably have 3 evolutions. It's also the very beginning bug type too. So I don't know if the thing's gonna be good or not because the early on bugs usually aren't. But we will see. But that's all that we really know for Sun and Moon that we got today. It's all the coverage of Sun and Moon that we got today. More along within the month, you probably see more Sun and Moon videos now since we're gaining information. I like to make videos based off of information. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Like the video, of course, if you're high for Sun and Moon. I'm gonna get out of here. I'd love to hear feedback. With that, I'm gonna get out. Goodbye.